Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to set up a baitcaster for beginners. So to start with, when you come from the factory, it's most likely going to have no brake set, spool tension is going to be real loose, and your drag is going to be set real loose. So first thing I would do is work on spool tension. You're going to want to get this just where there's no play in the spool, and maybe a bit more. Now that's it. You're going to want to set up brakes. These are just on the side. You have different types of brakes. This kind, you have a little circle and then knob on the outside. For beginners, I would set this up about halfway. Now, I like to go around 3, but if I'm throwing lighter lures, I'll turn that up to about 5, and heavier lures, I'll turn this down to like 2. But now that that's set up, work on drag. This is 14-pound fluorocarbon. If you have heavier line, you can bump your drag up a bit. If you have lighter line, you can have a bit lighter line, or a bit lighter drag. And also, it depends on what species you're going for. If you're going for catfish, you're going to want some lighter drag, because that's, or big catfish at least. And if you're going for crappie, you can have pretty loose drag, or heavy drag if you want. So first, I'm going to set this up to where it doesn't, to where it's kind of hard to pull out. That's perfect. Now, if I had 50-pound braid, I might bump this up a little bit to where it's real hard to pull it out. If I had 10-pound mono, I may bump this down to where it comes out fairly easy. But for bass fishing with 14-pound fluorocarbon, I highly recommend just enough to where it's kind of hard to pull out. Now to recap, spool tension, just enough to where it's loose. And of course you can play around with this a bit if you want. But now set your brakes, play around with these. For beginner, about halfway, advanced, maybe about 3. Now drag, depends on your line. Heavier line, heavier drag, lighter line, lighter drag. That's generally how this works. But I like mine just to where I can't pull it out, and I usually use about 15, like 12 to 15 pound, well 12 to 17 pound fluoro. That's usually what I use. And when I'm using braid, I'll have some heavier drag, but this seems alright. And that is how to set up a baitcaster. I'll have a video coming out soon on how to spool one of these baitcasters and how to use one of these baitcasters. So, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and see you in another one.